It is day 31 and we can now really see a lot of progression on the baby koi. Both in their body and physical appearance as well as in their color patterns. We can really start to see and identify the varieties. Like this one. Will this be a great Tanshokohaku later on? While this one will probably become a nice Sanke, although it surely has a little bit too much black. And can we expect that this orange little being will eventually develop into something like this, or even this? There are also plenty of koi that are almost completely black or grey. That must be because of the female that was a dark Aragoke. Let's hope this will develop into something like this. So fingers crossed and let's see what will happen. You can imagine with this size that the Daphnia will all be eaten in just a couple of days. The koi have grown quite well in the last couple of days. And indeed, we are starting to have a problem with Daphnia in this fry pond. The Daphnia we had in very large numbers are now getting depleted. Completely depleted. I was well aware that this was going to happen sooner or later, so I have been preparing Daphnia in separate taps for this. At 32 days old, I figured out that the koi fry were actually quite active late in the evening, so I wanted to try something new. In one of the other buckets I have plenty of Daphnia, so I decided to start feeding some in the dark, to see what happens. Just a little bit to start with. And it really didn't take long to see the first koi fry appear to snack some of the very nice fresh Daphnia. What's better to eat on a nice evening? Just a few seconds later, the next few koi started to appear. And over the next couple of minutes there were already like 30 or even 50 koi fry hunting for fresh Daphnia. I didn't expect that so many koi fry would directly come straight to this place with Daphnia. So that is quite a success. And then I decided to add a little bit extra of Daphnia. I still had some left in the bucket that I scooped out of the breeder tank. The koi fry are totally fine with me being around. They didn't even hesitate or decide to swim away when I was adding some new Daphnia. Immediately after, they continued to eat. And the number of koi fry that are hunting for the Daphnia continues to grow. Do you have any idea why the Daphnia stays around at this side of the pond? That is actually quite simple. Daphnia will naturally come to sunlight, so having the flashlight as a replacement for the sun, they will stay near me to catch as much light as possible. And actually that makes it possible to fool around with the Daphnia as well. Have a look at this. They will just keep following the light. So by luring all the Daphnia here, all the koi fry will come as well. Following me around to this side and then moving away. And they follow again. But what I'm trying to do is just use my light just above this area so I can keep and continue to have all the koi fry at this side of the pond. You can see this big bubble of Daphnia that are swimming like crazy and all the koi come to me. I wonder how long it will take before all the Daphnia are depleted again. I think by tomorrow morning probably everything is gone already. And if you look at this Aragoke, well, it looks like a Aragoke. I'm not sure if it will be a Aragoke. It has some brown as well, so it might be Oshiba Shigur. But its belly is completely swollen. It's really full of Daphnia, I think. So it probably had a good meal. In the middle here you can see a Tansho Sanke. Well, I think it will become a Tansho Sanke. The only thing is it really has a small orange dot at the side. Potentially that small orange dot might still disappear, but we never know of course, so we will have to wait and see what happens. Just a bit above 1 month old, and I have to say that the fry are doing quite okay. But it could have been better if you ask me. I think the growth rate is about average. If I would have used brine shrimps directly at the beginning, I think it would have been faster. But now, since they have started eating very well from the surface, as well as the Daphnia, I think it will from now on be quite okay. However, I noticed that it is quite cold already, and the fry are a little bit slower today. Not coming as fast to the surface as a few days ago. Still eating, but a bit less. It will be time for me to prepare a tank for them as well with better filtration. I've been thinking of building a trickle filter with a good medium in it. In my opinion, the best way to biologically filter a pond. And with so many koi in it, we must be sure that we can maintain the water quality very well. I will show you what I have in mind later and probably share with you as well how I will prepare the tank. Back to night vision again, and what varieties do you think you can spot here? Do you have any wild guess how many different varieties will probably be around here? And can you already recognize them? Leave it in the comments. I am really looking forward to see what you think, what kind of varieties I have in this fry pot. And I think if I look quickly I can see at least like 7 different varieties. I didn't expect a mix like this with the parents I used, but hey, it is still a nice experiment. And if I ask you, is there more you would like to know about the breeding project or the fry I have in this koi pond? Of course, feel free to ask and I will see what I can do in future videos. Of course, I will also update more later, until these koi have a decent size, so please stay tuned for more videos about the breeding project.